We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams. And Jay, once you beat the traffic, this is one of the great stops in the NBA.
When you step your foot on that purple and gold floor, you know you have to bring...
The opening tip corralled by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. James had to force that one, but it's no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Jay, DeMar DeRozan fell in love with Toronto as a player and a person, but no question DeRozan's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
He most definitely is, and he will embrace Greg Popovich and also the San Antonio Spurs. But I'm going to read you what DeMar DeRozan said. He said, people say, what are you depressed about? You can buy anything you want. I wish everyone in the world was rich so they would realize money isn't everything. It's about loyalty for DeMar DeRozan.
Anthony Davis, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Here's CP3. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Man, he barely got that one off before the shot clock expired.
Knocked loose. From the outside, no good. Paul. He got it off in time, but that shot, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Devin Booker had to rush that one, and it's no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Spurs have it. Chris Paul able to recover with the block. Giannis Antetokounmpo missed his first. That one goes.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knock him down.
Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. They've got it now. Nice pass to get things going.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Slams it down. Safe to say, notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good. Other times, things go great. Everything going that team's way right now.
Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
Knocked loose. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Spurs will take the timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Kyrie gets a shot up off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Jumper's good.
Finally. I mean, finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Anthony Davis. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Kawhi Leonard. A fundamental shot right there.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And 2 for AD.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Mills in possession. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. And count the basket. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Here's Leonard for 2. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Paul into the front court. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3 for 4. Good start.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
LaMarcus Aldridge with the block. He gets it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocked loose. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Has a chance. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Oh, the defense has to be so deflated on this one. You played great D for 23 seconds.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Antetokounmpo, open look, and a putback slam. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get 1 or 2 to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
First quarter in the books with the Lakers in command. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Knocked loose. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Irving with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Look out, Devin Booker. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Booker. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Trying to cash in. Booker's shot off the mark. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Knocked loose. DeRozan with it. His guys down big. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Lakers have it. Add 2 points to the board.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Embiid. The rebound taken by Gay. Knocked loose. Mills in possession. He'll run the offense. And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
DeRozan with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Had to force that one, but it's no good. Into the front court. It's Booker. His guys hold a commanding lead. Kawhi Leonard. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one. Spurs in possession. DeRozan. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Lakers come up with it. Turns, hops, and finishes. The abuse at the rim for Blake Griffin. Knocked loose.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 23, LeBron.
Rudy Gay scores from in close.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lakers have it. And the finish, slam dunk.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
I got him.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Ooh, crisp ball. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Joel Embiid. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. And throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. Blake Griffin sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4 out of 7.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Giannis Antetokounmpo snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
San Antonio ball. Chris Paul rejects it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
19-footer at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Lakers absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. And the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Spurs may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Defense.
The Los Angeles Lakers are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
San Antonio with the basketball. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Chance for Paul. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
Lakers have it.
Not your day, man.
And AD with some touch.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
And the two for Blake Griffin.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
DeMar DeRozan, not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Able to convert inside.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Spurs recover. Lakers come up with it. Going the other way. Easy path to the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
That's all right. Get it back, man. Get it back. Get it back.
Has a chance. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Stop. Just stop.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Layup goes down. Well done. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. DeMar DeRozan swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocked loose. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. Jay, last year the Lakers 35 and 47. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only two teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
Paul gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Spurs get it back. Knocked loose. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
On the follow, way to stay with it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game, but the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7, because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And finishes strong. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. James, he got it off in time, but that shot no good. Kawhi Leonard. It's DeRozan, the rebound. Knocked loose.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
It was right there. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Spurs have it. And finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
That's usually one that he'll knock down. Knocked loose.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Lets it fly from long range. Had to rush that one, and it's no good. Short jumper off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Hey,
Knocked
I got
loose.
him.
Lakers have it. And he finishes at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huge block. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Devin Booker. This guy can beat anyone straight up. Devin Booker. Good closeout. Still knocks it down.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
And a throwdown. Three quarters down. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. The pass set it all up.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Joel Embiid. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Irene. Yeah. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Leonard. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Had to force that one, but it's no good. Blake Griffin with a piece. Spurs recover.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Joel Embiid not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Knocked loose. Los Angeles has the basketball. And counted at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Adetokunbo can't connect. And count the basket inside.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knocked loose. Giannis Adetokunbo pins it. Throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Mills in possession. His guys down big. Lakers come up with it. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
DeRozan with it. He'll run the offense. And the rebound taken down by Griffin.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Nice pass to set things up.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Mills in possession. Down a bundle. Lakers have it. Beyond the arc for 3. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. To the rim, lays it up and in.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Trying to cash in. Giannis Adetokunbo sends it away. Rudy Gay slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. And the nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Cruises inside for two.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Knocked loose. Has a look. DeRozan with a shot that misses.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
And Kawhi Leonard, good on the quick release there.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
The Lakers get the victory as they win this one.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.